following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, where every man in my thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't trust me, big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy, big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your wanna be, Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star.
Hey ho, what's up everybody? Can you hear us? Juan, can you hear us? Because Ron unplugged the mic.
I unplugged your ass. I didn't unplug it. I adjusted something and it fell out.
Okay, well either way.
Because you do everything sloppy.
No, is it done? Can you guys hear us or no? Yes, they can hear us. All right, everybody. Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We got a fun show for you guys today. It's going to be a blast. We have the creators and the cast of That's a Wrap coming on. That's Marcel Walsh, Sarah French, and Joan Edder's new film from their new production company, Neon Noir. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got people in the chat room. Before we say hi to the chat room, let's say hi to our cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
Now you want to talk to me after blaming me.
You did
to have deliberately
I didn't say you deliberately did
it. Well, it's indicated as if it were deliberately.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was adjusting the light that you didn't have correct, and the mic fell on the floor and it disconnected itself.
Okay.
Wow, I'm so excited. Thank God I have my friends coming on. Otherwise, I have to be with this character all day. Oh boy, oh boy.
So let's say hi to the chat room. Dawn Hayden is in the chat room and she's watching, and she sent me a picture. She's watching on her television.
What is she watching?
Our show.
Oh.
She's watching our show.
Her watching our show?
No, just a picture of our show on television.
Oh.
Say hi. Hang on.
Where's our show?
Oh, I had the photo. You can't open it again. So it's fun. And Lady Lake is in there. They love your shirt.
Thank you. There's about a million zillion of our show on that YouTube. You know what? I never watched one. I never did. I never watched. Even when I did television or movies, I never watched. But when I worked the stage, I used to have them photograph me with a camera. You know, the big old cameras that we used to have. This way, I could see my timing and what I did wrong. Live, I was worried. Film, I'm not. Anyway, we were on, let me go back to the very beginning. Jimmy Star had a red carpet to go to of a film that he had produced. Well, on the way, our brand new Mercedes convertible, $1 million car, had a front blowout in the right front tire. And we had not a spare because they don't give you a spare in that car. Anyway, it was hell on the night. We cursed. It was raining. We almost got killed, mugged. I mean, it was just a disaster. So they give us a brand new tire. Now, speed forward 6-7 months, we decide we're going to go to Arizona and drop in on a friend of ours. I won't say her name, but you know who she is. Finally! Anyway, so we're driving to Arizona, and Jimmy said, oh my God, the indicator went on, our front right tire is going. Well, there we are in the desert with no cell phone signal, 120 something degrees of heat with dust blowing all over. And I just looked at him and I said, I cannot believe this is happening again. And Jimmy, we don't have a spare tire and we don't have cell. We're gonna die out here. They're gonna find this car all covered in sand with 2 skeletons in it, and they would be our bodies.
So,
but I remembered that there's a 40-mile hike on that tire. So we drove for 40 miles
with no air,
kept going to quiet. If you're going to tell the story, I'll let you tell it.
Go.
If you're going to interrupt me, I'm going to have a nervous breakdown.
No, you're not. Go.
Anyway, talking about it, I get upset. So we go to a million gas stations to keep putting air in the tire. Finally, we get to Mercedes-Benz. Well, it's Saturday, and the mechanics are not there. The garage is shut down. And the sales lady that sold us the car, who's a doll, by the way, said, gee, we don't have any loaner car to give you. So I just looked at Jimmy and I said, Monday, I intend to start divorce proceedings.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use the car.
You forgot one thing.
Right, I'm going to use the car as the principal reason why we're divorcing.
You forgot that I had a knee surgery Monday and we had to have a car.
Well, I was going to get to that.
Okay.
But you had, of course, jumped the gun.
That's okay, because we got guests coming on already. We got to go.
It's okay. We got a 2-hour show with the same guests. What are they going to do? You know, strip for us? That's the only way they're going to keep our audience for 2 hours.
That's not
if they
true.
Strip. Anyway, so now what do we do? He said, you're right. I said, it's a brand new car. It was only 13 months old. Trade it in. I want a car with tires, big, fat tires. And we got an SUV, very expensive SUV. And when the sales lady opened the back trunk, there was a tire.
Spare.
And like I said to her, I said, oh my God, I got hard. I got hard because I saw a tire. Now we drive around in a big SUV with a tire, so we won't have to worry anymore about getting blowouts, because the sport car had those little teeny bicycle tires, which suck. They're so small. You hit the littlest thing and they blow. They're very dangerous, and I don't know why automobiles are putting them on, these little tires on. Jimmy had work to be done on his knee Monday because his pantyhose got stuck to his knee, but with crazy glue. So they had to go in and take the panties off. You know, that's not true. I just had to say that because I thought maybe it might be funny. Anyway, he went in, they put a couple of shots in his knees, and I said, please put one in his mouth and brain.
You're not explaining it well. It wasn't a
Oh, you
it
explained
was a 4.5-inch needle, and I had to go into the.
Since when do you ever complain about 4.5 inches?
I had to go in and be sedated and knocked out because it's such an intense shot. They have to like knock you out. So it's not like you just go and get a shot. I was in there and I was out for 3 hours. So it was a big deal. Matter of fact, I was there longer than things that you had done. Anyway, we're gonna come and bring on our guests because we're gonna get things going here.
You little sissy Mary. Anyway,
Be nice.
I am very nice always. I just have a nasty mouth.
Okay. All right. So first on, you guys, we're gonna bring on Marcel real quick because he's coming on first.
I love him.
And yay!
There's my little buddy.
Say something. Make sure we can hear you.
Hello, hello.
Yay! All right, everybody. So now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show the director of the brand new movie That's a Wrap that's coming out very soon, and we want to welcome him. And I told him we got a lot of people coming on, you guys, but I wanted to bring on Sarah and Marcel.
It's a 2-hour
to
show.
talk. I know, but they might not be on the whole time. Just go. Just don't worry about how long the show is. Worry about how fun you're going to have with all your guests.
Are you a director now?
Yes, I do. Actually, I get the director for this. So anyway, Marcel, how are you? And welcome to the show. Yay!
Marcel, how come you keep getting cuter every time I see you? You're getting Marcel, age, you're starting to mature. The boy look is gone. You're coming to a very sexy young man look.
Kind of like Tarzan.
Right? I'm waiting for that since I was 20.
Now, let me tell you something. Do something with your sound that stinks.
No, that's
It echo. His sound is not good.
he can't do anything about it. You're gonna have to be able to listen, hear it.
Can he get closer to the mic?
No, say something again.
Say something again.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I can hear
good.
you. That's
That's
good.
good.
We can
That's
hear
good.
you there.
That's good. That's good.
Just
Anyway, we're going to talk about your movie. You
Yeah.
know, I'm a great fan of yours, and I firmly believe that you are going to be, in time, probably one of the most famous and well-renowned directors, producers, because you have a good team there. You have Joe and Sarah. You're
Yeah.
smart. You're hooked up with.
We do have a great team behind. I do have a great team behind me. So it's, I'm very happy to have those two with the group Neon Noir. And what we're trying to do is like building or making movies where everything is about the art.
yes.
Yeah.
So now, what's the name of your company again?
Neo Noir.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, good. Because that's what I'm gonna put that on the screen later. And I was like, shit. I hope I didn't mess that up. So,
But you're going in a different direction now with film. I personally loved Blind, and,
Yeah.
and number 2, what was it called?
Pretty boy.
Pretty Boy.
Well, Pretty Boy is very
because
similar.
I like a thriller with a little bit of scariness, but not. I don't want to sit there and just be. I don't. It's not a fun house. It's a movie. Now you've changed your road a bit, and now I've seen this film, and this film is a whole new Marcel Waltz concept. It's a whole new you.
It is. I mean, I would say it has the same style still, but it is definitely a different movie than Blind. That's for sure. It's more like a horror comedy. It has more slasher elements. It goes more the Scream-ish direction, you know, like the movie Scream. It's very meta. It makes a lot of fun of the independent world, the movie industry, but also with
in business, by the way. There's a lot of people we know in the business that are caricatures in this film, I believe. You know, Joe Netta is a wonderful writer, and Joe has a great sense of humor. But his humor could be very dark sometimes. And I think he put a little bit of this in the film. Let me bring
100%.
a little about the movie. We'll give you the floor after
I'm going to bring Sarah on, too.
Well, not yet. I got to give her a big hello, big fanfare. She's a star. Anyway, now you made me forget what I was going to say, you fuck. Oh. Can you let
something
me,
about
can you lend me $3,000?
No, something about the movie. That's a wrap.
Can you lend me
Anyway, we're going to move on.
$3,000 so I could divorce him?
Yeah.
No, listen. Anyway, the movie That's a Wrap is very, very well written. If he took out all the blood and guts, it would have been Gone with the Wind. It would have been a great movie. But I'm not a fan, and I'm not going to lie to my people out there because everyone that watches our show knows I do not like blood and guts. I look away. I can't watch them. Like when something happened in your movie, I almost fainted. I had to go like that. And I said to Jimmy, oh, they got to be kidding. I mean, that stuff is scary. But that's the intent of the movie, you see.
It is. That's why I think Jimmy probably liked that movie a little bit more.
Loved it.
He loves all that guts, blood, guts, and gore.
I said, Jimmy, so much blood. He said, I didn't think so.
Yeah. Wait, I have a question for you real quick. So first of all, you guys, Marcel is the director of lots of great movies. Blind, Pretty Boy, Blood Feast, Rootwood. We have That's a Wrap. They also just did a film, Garden of Eden. So is Pretty Boy out or no?
No, it's coming. It looks like finally it's coming out end of the year.
Okay, because I was going to say That's a Wrap and Pretty Boy, you know, both have a lot of gore.
I love
That's a Wrap is coming out earlier than Pretty Boy.
Okay, that's perfect. So this movie, you guys, is so fun.
I love Pretty Boy.
Okay, wait. So I'm a fan of I'm the 80s like the 80s horror fan. So I love all the blood and everything, and so I thought it was fantastic. There's a few scenes which we can't tell you what happens in them, but you guys are going to be shocked, and it is a lot of fun. And what I want to do real quick is bring Sarah on.
I'll tell you the scene that is so shocking in the movie. You know.
Wrong Sarah. We want Sarah French. Oh, wait. Sarah, we'll be back with you in a second. And you're
Listen, I'm going to tell you what's in the movie that we're not allowed to discuss. Jimmy stars in a cameo.
Oh, yeah,
and they cut his 2-inch penis off in the movie, and you see blood all over.
Yes, ha, ha, ha. Anyway.
I get even. I don't get mad. I get even.
No, that was fun. So I thought that was Sarah French.
How's Dominic?
He's doing well.
There we go.
Send love to there. She's
okay.
There she is, my new movie.
All right, everybody. Welcome Sarah French and Joe Netta, the other two behind Neon Noir with Marcel Waltz, and the film That's a Wrap. This is their first film as that production company. Congratulations and welcome, you guys. It's so nice to see you.
Yeah, great to be here. Hope you guys are doing well out in the heat. I'm sure.
Yeah, how are you guys handling that?
Fuck you 3 times. It's 118, Joe. 118, Joe. Did you know that my balls stuck to my thigh? I had to come back with water and untie my balls from my thigh.
Well, it's better that your balls are stuck to your thigh than Jimmy's balls stuck to your thigh.
Meanwhile, Joe, you are by far probably one of the best writers I know, and I'm not blowing smoke up your ass because I don't give a shit about that crap. You know I don't like certain people in the business that I'm very happy you made fun of in your movie. But anyway, you really do it, Joe. I think the sequel to this, and I don't have to be very delicate. There will be a sequel to this movie, folks,
How do you know?
because it's a good movie. If you get rid of the blood, it's a fabulous movie. But if you keep the blood in there, it's a good. You know what's wonderful about it? This ugly girl here.
Oh yeah, she's
So
terrible.
she's so ugly, that Sarah French. Why he put her in the movie? I could have thrown up when I look at her ugly face.
Right? When I watch it, I'm just like, oh God.
She's the ugliest girl I know, but boy, can she act. Sarah, you are terrific. I love to watch you on screen. I could watch you for hours and hours. No, really. I predict that Sarah French is going to go big time in about 5 years. You're going to see her in major films. Well, Jimmy has.
Like Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, well, I wish that bit. But Jimmy has her cited in a couple of his. How would we call
Anyway,
it?
don't talk about that stuff because you can't talk about that stuff.
What can I talk about?
Because-
I'm honest. I tell everybody
I
the
know,
truth.
but he
I'm
tells
not
it-
full of shit
He
like
tells,
everybody.
I know, but he tells
Oh.
everybody things that, well, like, especially now with the way the world is, we don't tell people things. But
Oh,
I want to know.
It's better just to do it and then talk about it when you're done with it.
That's right.
You know, look what we did.
When the
I
money's in the
project you're
bank.
going to be a very big person
There you go. I love it.
because I think you can act.
So the three of you
which
combined,
most can't
you
do.
formed Neon Noir. How did you come up with? Because I know you have lots of films and ideas on your slate. How did you come up with this is going to be your first one?
Joe?
Well,
It happened one night in a bathtub. In a hot tub.
In a bathtub.
Did you understand his question?
Yes, I understood
did.
it.
Afraid myself.
actually, it was more of a bathtub. We were in a hot tub celebrating our friend Jed's birthday party. It was Marcel, Sarah, Jed, and I. And we were in there a long time. So then Sarah and Jed got out, and it was just me and Marcel in there, and the bubbles were off. And when you turn the bubbles off in a hot tub, it is basically taking a bath. So Marcel and I were in the bath, and I turned to him, and we locked eyes, and I knew it was going to happen. And we just moved towards each other, lips mere inches apart, when I could feel a neon noir rising in my swim trunks. And I really what happened is I just turned to him and said, I think I got an idea for something we can shoot on a reasonable budget that we should just do on our own. We've certainly both been through, as you guys know, you work on production sometimes with people that, not even that they're bad people, sometimes they're just not the right people. And there's times when you just realize, especially now in the industry, you might as well control everything because
Why don't you kind
You're
of?
your own boss.
it removes layers of bullshit.
Why don't you do that description, Ron Russell style? Evil, nasty, jealous, rotten, lying son of a bitches that we have to work with.
Yes.
How's that? Did I do it good? Thank
You
you.
forgot to mention the bride. Otherwise, it was yes. We're trying to be the nicer way out, but it sometimes it is people that aren't bad people. They mean well. It's just not.
I know, 1 out of like every 1,000 could be that way.
And the other ones take you to court with lies.
Yeah.
Anyway, so here's what we're gonna do, you guys, because we have a lot of people coming in, and I want to bring everybody in and say hi to everybody, and then once we've said hi to everybody, we're gonna play the trailer and talk about what the film's about.
One question
Okay,
to
go ahead.
Marcel. When Joe writes a script and you read it, do you plug in or do you say, okay? In other words, do you say, I think
We do most of the discussions before. So we come up with the ideas and all that, and then he's writing it. Sometimes, most of the times, I'm really happy what he's writing anyway because he's so good. But if there's something to change, it's really small little things because we do create the story before, and then I let him free whatever.
And Sarah, do you ever ask for lines to be changed because you're not comfortable with the line?
Well, in root, there's something, but no, never, because I trust the process. I trust Marcel's vision. I trust Joe's vision and his writing, and it's a wonderful collective thing. And it's all about trusting the process.
Yeah, I mean that's the real reason why we formed the company. Is the three of us get along really well and we complement each other.
Well, you're magic. All of you together make magic. There's no question about that.
You know what, too?
And in your film, you could see the writer, the director, and the actor all one in unison. There's no, you don't feel bumps in that road. I don't, anyway.
You know, the first time Joe and Sarah were on this show was like between 12 and 13 years ago, before I knew you.
Oh, Sarah was 10.
Really?
It was a long time ago. It really was.
Right.
It was a long time ago.
Okay.
You were 4, right? So okay, so I'm gonna bring some people in one at a time. We're gonna bring them in one, say hello, and then bring in another one. Let's. Well, we're gonna go with how they showed up in the showed up first. So Sarah, the next Sarah. Sarah, how do I spell your last name? How do I pronounce your last name? Polidnak?
Palednak.
Palednak. Okay. Yay! So we met you at the premiere, but we've actually never had you on the show. So welcome to the show. This is Ron. I'm Jimmy. We have a chat room with people. Say hi to everybody in the chat room.
I just want to make a comment because in my day, when I started off in 1959, my last name was Cesarigo. And they said, who? What? You're never going to make it as an actor. My name is Rolando Cesarigo. So I became Ron Russell. What made you stay with your name that it's not easy to pronounce? Why didn't you make it Sarah Pole?
You know, I think it's unique, and I know that nobody else is going to have it.
Right.
So as much as it's a little bit difficult for people to say, sometimes people always have to ask that extra question, like, how do you say your name? And then that gives a just one little extra fact about me. Also, or Small Farm in Czechoslovakian. So you can just call me Sarah Small Farm. That's me.
Okay.
Anyway.
Today you can have that, you can afford that luxury. Don't forget, in my day, they named them Ted Hunter, Rock Hudson. I mean, where the fuck they got these names from? I don't know. Rock Hudson, the Hudson River. So I thought it was weird, but I'm glad that you can use your real name because it's a wonderful thing for your family to say. That's
what I'm going to do, you guys. I'm going to bring everybody in, and then once we have everybody in, then I'm going to have you tell us who you are in the film, what you do in the film.
I know who she is in the film.
So hold on. Next one is in the chat. Oh, Monique! Monique is next in the chat room. Bring in Monique Parent, everybody. Yay!
She is.
Yay!
Nice to see everyone. Well, kind of see. I don't have glasses on.
Oh. Well, we have Sarah, Joe Netter, Sarah French, Sarah Polidnak, and Marcel and Ron and I so far. And you, welcome to the
Hello.
How are you,
All
my
of my
dear?
favorite people.
I love you. You know that. I don't know
love
you.
you.
Well, but a few times I've been in your company. I really think you're a wonderful girl and a great actress. There's no question about that. You and Sarah,
Thank you.
and I'm sure this gal. What did she play?
Oh, we're going to find out in a minute.
Okay, we'll find out.
We're going to find out. All right, next one in, you guys.
You and Sarah knocked it right out of the ballpark.
Next one in, we're going to bring, let's see, Brandon. Hey, Brandon, Patricia,
Wow.
how you doing? Welcome.
Good. How are you?
This is Ron. I'm Jimmy,
I
and you know all of them.
He
Yeah.
calls,
Yeah.
he calls me. He calls me constantly to go to lunch. He might say, and what would I want with an ugly?
Actually, I've never met
Wait
you.
a minute. You think I go with an ugly looking?
Oh, yeah,
guy?
right.
You're so freaking ugly. I'd throw up if you try to kiss me and seduce me.
Honestly. Oh, sorry. Noted.
Were you at the premiere? That
For
we had?
this, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Jimmy, he was the one who's wearing green.
I was wearing green. It was green.
yes,
Thank you,
okay.
Marcel.
Sorry.
Green.
Tongue in my ear.
Exactly. How do you not remember that?
He's just joking, by the way. We're married, so don't worry.
What the fuck are you
All right, hold on. The next one.
I mean,
We'll bring
$20 is $20.
Adam Bucci, what's up? How you doing?
Hey.
Is in the house.
And this one is after me too. I can't take it. All these cute young guys just desire me.
Now, is
Why?
everybody-
I don't know.
Is everybody in LA? Does everybody live actually in LA?
Yep.
I live in LA, but I'm out of town right now.
Oh, where are you?
I'm up in Santa Maria.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, that's where Jane
I'm
Russell.
visiting my parents.
That's where Jane Russell.
Jane Russell lived there in Santa Maria. She died in. Yeah, she died in Santa Maria.
You know, too, there's a lady who looks just like you. I forgot her name now, but we were watching a movie the other day, and it was a huge budget movie, it was a Woody Allen movie, a Rainy Day in New York, and the mother of the main character. I thought it was you, and I flipped it back, and I had to go look it up. She looks just like you.
Yeah,
I thought it was you.
Monique is even better.
Another bitch out there getting my work.
I know.
Don't panic. You were
Joe,
better.
we're gonna have to arrange something. We have to still competition.
You're working.
Done.
I mean, you gotta make a career somehow. So if killing them all is what it needs to be done, then I'm gonna have to do it.
Thank you.
Well, that's the last movie. We know where to bury the bodies, so no problem.
Yeah.
Similar with you. She had a small nose and blonde hair. Other than that, you're far prettier. But I didn't agree with Jimmy. I said your ass is itchy. That doesn't look like Monique.
I thought it looked just like. I had to actually look it up on IMDb to see if it was you or not. So, all right, hold on. Now we have Adam in here. We have Brandon, who's
Adam.
Ben. We're gonna bring Ben in.
Adam, what do you do for a living?
Ben Kaplan. Hey,
Hey, what's up, everybody?
of course, Marcel. Look at Marcel. He's like put selfies up all the day long. You think he's gonna cast ugly people? Come on.
And this guy, forget about it. He doesn't stop sending me love notes. Stop it already. I'm not interested.
Start replying, please.
Hold on, let me see.
You're too old and ugly.
I'm pouring my heart and soul out, and I don't get replies. It hurts.
Listen, Marcel and I are having an affair. That's enough. I can only handle myself. I can't handle all three. I love you,
Hold on.
Marcel.
We have one more. We're gonna bring in Robert, which Robert's been on the show before. Monique's been on the show. Robert Donovan, what's up?
Hey,
everybody.
Oh my God, this is
good to see you again.
Nice to be seen.
yes.
Good, everybody. This is cool.
All right, so I think that's everybody who's here right now. Juan, if I'm missing anybody, let me know. If I'm missing anybody, let me see you.
No, that should be it.
That's everyone. Okay.
You see, I wish the film were out so we could discuss the film. Now, they have a gag order on me, Big Mouth Ron. You're not allowed to talk about this. So what are we going to talk about?
No, we're going to talk
Let's
about
talk
lots.
about the size of my penis. that might interest people. Well, somebody might be interested in that.
No, okay, so first on, hang on, stop. All right, so here's what I want to do. First of all, I want to go around. First of all, Marcel or Joe or Sarah, why don't one of you guys just give a little synopsis? What's the film about? I have what's on IMDb written down, but I thought you could paraphrase it maybe and tell us a little bit about it.
Well, Joe should say that because he's the writer.
Okay,
If you guys realize if you ask me to paraphrase something, it's going to be about 24 minutes, right?
We get so many monologues.
Hey, Joe, why don't you write comedy? I find you to be one of the wittiest guys in the world. But you
This
don't.
is a comedy.
Horror comedy.
This is a black comedy. You can't say black because I think it's African American. This is a dark comedy.
Yes.
It's not I'm talking about a feel-good comedy. The stupid things that they have on those romance TV
He
shows.
doesn't write anything feel good.
No, but you know those shows that have all the romance stuff, 9 million Christmas movies, all the same.
Okay, so here's
Wait a minute.
I'm going to
The
read it.
question's not done yet. So, Joe, what makes you not write those kind of movies?
Money. I would gladly write anything if the money's right. I like comedy. Comedy's super tough, especially on an indie level, to do just a full comedy. You can blend the comedy horror, but even that, generally speaking, doesn't work well. We are lucky that in our movie, we had all fantastic actors that knew how to play all the parts and get the beats right.
True.
That's a wrap to me is comedy horror, not even horror comedy. There's a lot of comedy there. And as we've discussed in the past, we've had some comedy in Pretty Boy had a little bit, and then Blind had some too, but you'll never see it on camera because of how it was delivered. It didn't work. So we had to remove it. I would love to do a comedy. We've got another horror comedy coming up. I think hopefully next year we're going to do. that again is like Porky's and Superbad meets Friday the 13th, which I think is super cool. But
I worked in a movie theater in high school, and then Porky's was like when I was a senior. Porky's was
I love Porky's. I love comedy, and I would love to do it. I would love to do a romantic comedy. It's just based on what financially we can make,
right,
and ensure that our investors make their money back. And comedy's super tough.
Yes.
I have to tell you something, and this is on the level. I know some pretty VIP people in this crappy business. And you know what they're predicting? People are tired of seeing horror, not your kind of horror, the horror of entrapment or dirty hallways, rotten apartments, crappy clothing, who's got this AIDS, who's got that bullshit. People don't want to see boring, depressing shit. So romantic comedies are coming back major and big time. In fact, the guy that's the plug for me, the guy that's going to invest in my movie, a couple of million, only is doing it because it's a romantic comedy. And that's what I think is going to be the thing. Horror will always be. Horror will be forever. I remember horror when I was a kid. Bela Lugosi, Frank Sinatra. Frankenstein. Anyway, so I would say in rap, it wasn't comedy. It was more satire.
So hang on, all right, we're gonna.
You're a good satirist.
Yes, you are. I agree with that. So you guys, that's a wrap. This is part of the cast. There's some other people that are in it, just that I know. There's.
Wait, we didn't get a chance
wait
to
a
talk.
second.
Shut the fuck up. We didn't get a chance to talk.
Wait a second.
Something is in your eyes you'll never see again. You fuck.
All right, so we're married, you guys. Don't worry about it.
And
That's
I'm
fine.
from Brooklyn.
Our last show had 15 million plays, so I'm hoping a lot of people watch this.
I got news for you. After I talk this way, you know what I get fan mail like you can't believe.
All right, so anyway, stop.
Ron, I was peeing myself.
All right, so you guys, that's a wrap. First of all, I'm going to read what it says on IMDb so everybody gets an idea. Mason Maestro has just directed what he considers to be his masterpiece, a film titled That's a Wrap. The cast arrived to the studio excited to celebrate what they just created, but they aren't the only ones there. Someone is dressed up as Mistress, the slasher in the film, and has decided to make the art real by staging their own highly stylized kill scenes. One by one, the cast disappear until the true nature of the evening is revealed. And there's other people besides you guys that are important in Serena Vincent, who's a friend of mine. She's been on the show, is in it. Dave Sheridan has a little cameo.
I love Dave
Jed
Sheridan.
Rowan, who is Pretty Boy from the Blind series, is in it. I think he's a cameraman or something. I forgot. I exactly forgot. Gigi Gustin, is that how you pronounce her name? Gigi?
Gigi, yeah.
Is also in it, and all of these fine, good-looking folks here. So why don't we start? Well, I don't know if you guys' screens all look the same. Start with Sarah, and then we'll go Sarah, Brandon, Monique, Sarah, and Sarah French. There's two Sarah. Sorry, Sarah, Adam, Ben, and Robert. The way they are. Why don't you guys tell us who you are in the film, and tell us as much as you can tell without saying too much.
Shut up already. You're talking too much.
So I play Harper in the film, and I'm the final girl for the movie within the movie. I'm very proud of how far I've come in film industry, and I don't put up with any shit. I tell it how it is, or she does, and she's a fighter. So I can relate a lot to that character.
Do you know how much I love you? You are probably one of the sweetest human beings I have ever met in the business of cunts. I'm talking.
Brandon, you're up.
I play Troy. I am a twink bottom. And he's just one of those regular actors that's in the film, and he's just trying to have a good time at a party and see what happens.
All right.
You know what I have to say? Listen, I've been in the business 64 years. So watching a movie to me is not like it's the first movie I ever watched. I've watched great actors work. I found that everybody in this film did an equally good job at acting. I know some of the films that I go to, Marcel will know because I tell Marcel in private, get these fucking people out of the film. Who are they? They're not actors. They paid to get in the film. They stink. They ruined the film. You guys all came together and you really all did well. there's not one of you that I could say stink. Well, maybe Marcel directed. I love you, Marcel.
All right, Monique, you're up.
I play Lily. I am an actress of many, many years, decades in the business. I am married to Mason. I am his long-suffering wife. As you know, he keeps promoting and sleeping with younger and younger actresses and putting me to the side. And I've dedicated my life to being an actress and also being his wife. And I have a small part in the That's a Wrap within the movie.
Yes,
You have a small part?
No, in the movie. The movie within the movie.
Right.
In
Yes.
the movie.
Yes.
Because you're
Because, you know, as the wife, I'm not deserving of much.
I just want to tell everybody watching that you were so fucking powerful in that movie. I wanted to stand up and applaud. So there, I didn't say anything, Marcel.
All right, Sarah Polak, you're up. Tell us who you play in the film.
Hello, I play Lana. Lana is a young and eager goody two-shoes actor who really wants to be the best at her job, but finds out that she kind of just wants to have fun with everyone else. So, yeah.
I have to say, I love your Instagram and following all the stuff that you do since we didn't meet.
Oh, thank you so much.
And in a minute, I think we'll come back around and let everybody talk again. But let us finish going through. Adam, all right, Adam, I remember you totally.
I play Jamie. I play a really sweet guy. I'm just kidding. I'm one of those actors that bought his way in. So I didn't even know that existed.
No, you did.
In the movie.
Marcel hires talent. He doesn't hire.
No, in the movie though.
No, I don't have enough money to buy myself into anything right now. But no, I didn't even know these types of people existed until Marcel and Joe introduced this character to me, and then I actually met someone at a film event when I introduced myself. This is in real life. They're like, "Oh, if you have 100K, you could be in our movie," and I was like, "Oh, so they really were onto something." I didn't even know people like that existed, so I play one of those.
Okay. All right, Ben Kaplan.
And very good also.
Yeah, you were really good.
In my head, you were excellent.
Ben Kaplan, by the way, does anybody tell you look just like the guy from that TV show Suits? The guy who plays the young lawyer? Like it's
I don't think I've ever got that before, but I take that as a huge compliment. Thank
one
you.
of the greatest shows ever. Like, yeah, you guys should watch
Too
it.
bad you're so hungry.
Yeah. All right, Ben, tell us who you are.
How gorgeous. Look at the teeth on it. Are those teeth you also borrowed?
Oh yeah, no, these are my real teeth. Braces twice over. It took the second time.
Wait, Kaplan, you're Jewish, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so you know what Shana Punim, means. You don't speak Yiddish? What kind of Jew?
Really not a good one.
Shana Punim in Yiddish means beautiful face.
Oh well,
You don't
I
know
won't forget that.
It's Mia. What's with you?
All right, so tell us who you play again. Let's go back.
I play Carter. He's a very sweet, up-and-coming actor. He's maybe a little bit shy, and he definitely has a bit of a crush. And, you know, based on the nature of the film, I think it all works out for him. I think there's a happy ending.
It really worked out for you.
All right, so let's go to Robert Donovan.
Okay, here we're talking pro shit now. Now we're talking big time.
All right, let's see. Tell us who you are.
I play the part of Mason Maestro, the writer, director, and producer of this film. I'm my own biggest fan. And I am the source of Monique's long suffering as my wife.
They wanted me to play
But
your
if you want to know how, I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, what's the director's name?
Marcel.
Marcel. He wanted me to play your party. Begged me. He called me every day. Ron, please. I get $1,000,003. My dressing room on the stage, and my name goes on the top of the picture. He said, I can't do that. I said, well, get down with it. He'll work for nothing.
Which, by the way,
$1.50, and they had me dressing in my car.
you are so good in. I mean, you're good in everything that you do, but you are really good
You
in
know
this.
what? You come from my era. No, I'm actually older than you are, but you're sort of trailing.
That's because you're older than dirt.
No,
That's you.
No, he's trailing my era. And there's something about actors from my era, a quality that these people today haven't discovered yet. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
I wish that you guys out there would study the old movies. Don't emulate them, or don't imitate them. Just take some of the the things that we did. Like I tell everybody, when you speak on a film, don't do this. Do what you just did, Brandon. You just grabbed your nose. And Robert Donovan,
cocaine.
if you watch Robert's work, he works that way. Hands tell as much as eyes and mouth, right?
Right.
And you got that quality because that's old school. And
So,
you're a great
the first
actor.
time we saw
I would like
Rob-
to work with you, by the way. You could play my older brother.
The first time we saw Robert was in Art of the Dead, actually.
Oh, I love that.
Sarah's in that too. She's dead in
love
that. I don't think anybody else.
That's
is playing,
Sarah's
but it was very
fabulous.
fun.
No, Sarah's fabulous line, which was, remember your line that we all started laughing. And
Oh yeah. What about me?
Yeah. What
about? She's laying there naked, and she said, "What about me?" And all the straight guys are going, "Fuck, I know what about me."
So here's what I want to do. I want to play the trailer. First of all, before we do that, so we have some people in the chat room, and one of them is a big fan of everybody who we bring on. Her name is Dawn Hinton, and she has probably follows every one of you in social media. So how about if on 3 we just say everybody, hello, Dawn.
Hello, Dawn.
Hello, Dawn.
2, 3. Hello, Dawn.
Now go screw yourself, Dawn. You got
We love you, Dawn.
She's a darling. I love Dawn.
Yeah, she's fabulous.
She just came out of a little bit of bullshit.
No, that's B you're thinking of.
No, Dawn.
Her dog died. Okay.
To me, that's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
When
We
your
love
dog,
dogs.
if my little baby Astro dies, I commit suicide.
Where's Astro?
No, I'm telling you right now. If Astro
Anyway,
dies, I'm
okay,
gone.
let's go. So here, let's see. Let's let Marcel hasn't talked lately, so let's let you actually announce, like somehow do an intro for the trailer, and then everybody hang on, and we'll be back after everybody gets to see the
You know,
trailer.
Marcel just likes to sit there looking sexy. Yeah, he does that.
That's what
Well,
Marcel, are you working out? You look like you got arms now.
no.
always works out. Actually, I bet you everybody on this whole group probably works out a lot. Because Sarah, you should see the pictures she posts on. She's like got the body to die for.
Sarah does not need any.
And Sarah French. I mean Sarah Polidnak. And Sarah French is always like working out. Yeah.
Paladnak.
Paladnak.
The two
Okay.
secrets.
Paladnak.
Sarah French puts all those cheesecake pictures on Facebook, which upsets the shit out of me. Because I tell her all the time, cheesecake, you don't need, honey. You're an
Hey,
actor.
you can be sexy and smart.
What?
You both.
So we know that. We know that.
No, I said cheesecake, not smart.
No, she's smart.
Smart.
Anyway,
I'm 83 years old. I don't hear. I don't see.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead, Marcel. You introduce it, and everybody hang on. And
Well, are we playing the trailer now, or what?
we're gonna play the trailer.
I have to finish what I'm saying about Sarah. Sarah French is such a fine actress that all she needs to do is perform. Period. Thank you, darling.
Okay, now go, Marcel. You're up.
Are we showing the trailer, or what is happening?
Yeah, show the trailer. You gotta introduce the trailer.
Okay, so
Or we could play the French film you were in.
Hello, Dawn.
Ooh, yes.
well, now here's the trailer for That's a Wrap. Enjoy. Was it good enough?
And
Yes.
you're going to still got blood and shit?
Works for me.
Go on your way.
This industry takes a piece of your heart every rejection. But you handle it. It's part of the life. You find a way to keep going. Sometimes it's like taking a rapist out for breakfast in the morning.
I'll drink to that.
Could I get everyone's attention, please? First, I want to give a special shout out to Alexis, who couldn't be here tonight. She may only have been in the opening of the film, but those scenes set the tone. She's the Janet Leigh, Drew Barrymore, and Amanda Wyss of this film. Her death was the catalyst to my dreams coming true. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you our teaser trailer.
I've given up too much of my life. Too much for this industry.
You and I both.
Think you have it hard now? Try being an actress of my generation. The things we had to endure. The layers. The groping. Sometimes so much worse. Yes, the roles have dried up. But so have the tears.
What do you know about editing software?
Not much.
Well, you're in luck. It's all about proper transitions, when to cut out of a scene. So tell me, how impressed were you by the teaser? It's a masterpiece.
Yay! Now, all of us have seen the film, all of you guys, and we've seen the film. Tell everybody, where's its premiere?
I wanted to say something about the trailer before you jump in with that. The trailer is excellent. Scary. Very scary. Very weird. Very haunted house Halloween. Let's get frightened. Very, very terrific.
Thank you.
But no, really, but it looked good. The story is terrific. The actors are great.
So tell us, when I know it's having a premiere in London. It's first showing, right? The first screening. So tell everybody where.
So we have like the international premiere at the Fright Fest in London, August 25th, 10 p.m. in the main IMAX screen. Yeah. So that is very exciting, and I think, so as far as I know, it's already sold out. So yeah.
Congratulations. That's fantastic.
Well, that's also the same day it's getting released as well.
Yes.
Oh, so people are actually going to be able to see it immediately then on that date.
Everybody in the world can see it on August 25.
Do you know what platforms it's going to be on? Do you know what platforms it'll be on yet or no?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be Amazon, iTunes, Vudu.
Well, actually everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Are you going to have a red carpet?
They already did.
No, we can't.
Are you stupid?
There's a woman inside me that does this. The woman inside.
Hold on. So, yeah, we already went to it.
We did?
Yes.
Did I like it?
Yes, you liked it. Yes. Remember, somebody bumped into you. That was the premiere.
That was. I'll never forget that.
Okay, so
that beats when the bitch threw the drink at me. That other thing.
So I have a question then. I know. Okay, so I know, Sarah. I can't say it one more time. How should I do your last name again? Palednak. Palednak. I know you've been in horror movies because I've seen some of them. I know Robert has. I know Monique has. I know Sarah French has. Brandon, Adam, and Ben, have you guys done horror movies before?
Oh yeah, it's most of my
Yes.
resume.
No.
Wait. So Ben, name a horror movie that you've been in that maybe we might have heard of?
I was in one with Jewel Shepard and Ari Mihailov called Slasher.com.
Oh, I'm actually friends with Ari Mihailov. Okay.
He's a very good dude. Working on a film right now. Or actually, it's in the can. I'm excited. I'm very excited for him. Sounds like a very cool project. But I'm in another one called The Haunting of Grady Farm with Shane Hartline. And then I'm, of course, in Blind. I played a creep in that one. Very, 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 very wonderful creep.
Which one are you in Blind?
I was the sushi delivery guy. I had a big ass beard in it.
Guy. Okay.
Yeah. I had a big ass beard and I had a handful of Sarah's underwear.
Okay.
Okay, now let's get
Wait a minute, I'm not finished.
No, you weren't finished.
I'm not finished. Now I'm going to go to Adam. Adam, have you been in horror movies before?
Yeah, my very, very first project, after college was about killer snapping turtles. So that was my first horror movie. But generally my career has been like a lot of romantic comedies and stuff like that. And because I love horror so much, I've been producing my own horror content and features. So I'm so lucky that I met Marcel, Joe, and Sarah because this is my one of two that I'm working on with them that is horror. So I love that genre. So
I love it. And Brandon, how about you?
I've not been in one. This is my first.
Is this your first movie in general, or just your first horror movie?
First horror movie. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you
Pop your cherry.
I popped my cherry. This is nice.
You're at the bottom, so hey, it works. So what kind of movies do you normally do?
Mostly comedy. When I moved out here from Florida, it was a lot of like YouTube comedy shows and all that.
Where are
So
you from in Florida?
Clearwater.
Oh, okay. I grew up in South Florida. Matter of fact, I grew up in Miami, and I was West Palm Beach. And I went to University of Florida, and then I lived in Boca.
I've never
I love it. Florida's a good place. Like they're
Now, I have to get away from the movie, folks, because I have a lot of people that wait for me to ask those embarrassing questions. So now I'm going to ask the embarrassing question. Out of you three gorgeous guys, have any of you hit on, not Sarah, French, the other Sarah? Or are you gay? Because if I was in a movie with her and I was straight, no one would give a shit about a lawsuit. I'd hit on her. She's one hot.
I'm a married man, so.
I mean, the thing, I'm married too, I go out with you and
I'm also married, but I platonically hit on her. I'm a big fan.
Yes.
Huge fan.
Yes.
No,
That's cute.
Come on, Ben. Don't give me no bullshit. If you had a chance with her, would you take her out to dinner?
How do you know he's not married?
I'd like to say we'd all take it because she's a wonderful human being.
Our audience wants to hear. All the little yentas, like greedy little people, they're going like this. I want to know what they're all about.
So why don't you just ask him if he's got a girlfriend or a
No,
boyfriend?
I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in if any of those guys hit on Sarah.
Oh, wait, Sarah, you get hit on everywhere you go, right? Both Sarahs do.
Oh,
Probably.
Sarah French, forget about it.
Sarah, you get hit on everywhere, right?
No, I read her fan club. She's Sarah French's page. And I tell you, they're committing suicide.
Actually, Sarah Polednak does also.
Sarah French, they keep hanging from trees just to meet her. I'm going to kill myself.
So let's go back. Okay, so Sarah Polednak. So what kind of movies do you normally do?
What type of roles do I normally do?
Yeah.
Man, a little bit of everything, honestly. Lana was a really different character for me because she plays this like goody two-shoes type girl. And I have a dance background, so I've been a lot of like femme fatale sort of like characters. So it was fun to like get to dive into something that was just a little bit more silly and a little bit more close to my personality.
I know.
Robert Donovan, when are we going to see you in another movie soon? Besides this film, what's going on? What's doing?
Pardon me, I got a frog in my throat. It's an African frog. I just finished a movie where I portray Clarence Darrow in the Leopold Murders of 1924.
Wow, that's going to be a good movie. Tell me a little bit.
If you're not familiar with it, these two very sharp young men in Illinois in 1924 decide that they're smarter than anybody else and they can perform the perfect murder. So they pick this boy, murder him, stash his body, but one of the guys loses his glasses at the scene of the body stash. So they find them. And at the time, the penalty for murder is hanging. So I've been hired by the family to beseech the court.
Hang on, you play Darrow?
I played Clarence Darrow, who has also been portrayed by Orson Welles and Henry Fonda and Spencer Tracy.
Just out of curiosity,
that's a good part.
Out of the two Sarahs, I know Monique knows. Out of the two Sarahs, Brandon, Adam, and Ben, do you guys know who like Orson Welles and some of those people are that he's talking about? Because you guys are all really young.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, War of the Worlds and
Robert, again, because there's a lot of old people watching the show, like me. What's the title of the movie? I want to see that movie.
American Criminals.
American Criminal. Would you remember that? Because I won't.
I'll
remind you. I'll send you an.
We'll go see it. We'll go see it when it comes
Maybe
out.
if you have a red carpet, you'll invite us.
So wait.
This way I could get in trouble.
So Monique, what do you got going? What do you got going? You have this one, which we want to keep coming back to Calgary. What's the actual date that this comes out again, you guys?
August 25th.
August 25th.
25th, you guys. That's a wrap on all your different platforms. And if you want to fly to London, you can see the premiere at Fright Fest, right? It's called Fright Fest.
Yeah.
And okay, so what did you just wrap? Because you're always working, Monique.
I recently worked a film with this great production company, Neon Noir.
Yes.
And looking very much forward to that coming out when it does.
Actually, that was called Garden of Eden. I made a little note about how many of you guys are in it. Sarah French is in it. Monique is in it. Gigi, but she's not here. Sarah, both Sarahs are in it. Brandon's in it, and so is Adam. So
tell us a little bit about it. Are you allowed yet?
Are you allowed to
You're
tell
gonna like this one, Ron. This one is just a straight comedy. That's
yeah, right.
It's probably all blood from beginning to end, right?
Yeah, no.
Well, it is far away from a comedy. As much as you can go far away from something, that's that far.
But I gotta say,
I saw the pictures.
Listen, I want to tell, we have 5 million people watching us right now, in case you didn't know that. We go all over the world. I'm serious. No, don't laugh. I'm telling you the truth. So,
we just broke 1,100,000,000 plays.
Plays. So I want the people who watch our show to know.
Cheers.
When I say I didn't like the blood, it's because I don't like bloody movies. But for you vultures, you vampires out there who love blood, this is the film for you. You're going to sit there smiling and loving every minute of it. And for those of you who like horror and to be scared to shit, you're going to love this film too. This film, I think, satisfies a lot of hungry viewers. It's going to give you what you need in the film. How many times do I watch a certain producer that we know that does a movie over and over again? 10 people in the room, they get killed one by one in the house. Then 10 people in the room in the school, they get killed. Then 10 people on the bus, they get killed. If I see one more of those 10 people get killed in a row movie, I'm going to kill myself. This movie doesn't do that. This movie does a story. This movie has you cliffhanging.
It's a story within a story.
Yes, this story is about Hollywood. I mean, I know Joe doesn't want to be sued, but everything in this movie is true. And a few of the things where they were killed, I would have liked to have done to a certain bitch blonde that I once was friends with, who I made a movie with, by the way. Anyway, I would definitely say to all of you, and it's not because they're my friends, and it's not because I love and adore
But you
Marcel.
just met half of these people.
No, Marcel Waltz, to me, is one of the best people in the world I've ever met. I love him, and I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, you little bitch. I would certainly say to all of you, see this film. And if it sucks, call me. Tell me, Ron Russell, the movie sucked. I doubt it. I doubt you're going to say that.
Nobody's going to say
And
that.
for
The
all
movie's
you
not
horny
bad.
little sons of bitches out there who like to whack off all the time, you're going to love Sarah.
Which one? Both.
Both.
There is
I see a lot of little boys going blind.
You gotta love it.
Blind, like your movie.
Yeah, like your movie Blind.
Marcel
So how did
doesn't know what that means. In America, years ago, our parents used to tell us, if you masturbate, you're going to go blind.
that was what they told
That's
us?
what
when
they
we were
told
little.
us to scare
You guys
us.
aren't
Well,
old.
that can be true because I mean, I see everything really clear.
I can't see anybody, even with my glasses on.
I'm 83 years old. What? They said I have pilot vision. It's true.
Now so Marcel, tell us, how did you come across? Okay, so I know. Let's see. some of the people were in some of your other films, but how did you come across like working with this group of people? Because one thing I find very cool about your films is you always you don't use exactly the same people, but you do repeat a bunch of people throughout different movies, where your cast are very fascinating, and they're also very different from all the other indie film makers that everybody knows in Hollywood, because they use the same 5 people and everything. You always have a great mix of people who actually can act. So how did you?
But you can't go on and on.
No, there's a question I want to know.
Warner Brothers Studio had their own gang of actors, from Humphrey Bogart to Joan Crawford to Betty Davis. Then there was MGM. They had Vivian Leigh. They had Judy Garland. So the studios back in those days had their set players. And we loved going to the movies because we loved all the people that were in those films. Now, Joe and Marcel are doing this. Well, Sarah's an actress. She's been included.
Is she? She owns the company with them.
No, I'm thinking about company ownership. See what I mean? You're just from Florida. You don't get it. What I'm saying is, when you become a family production company, people will go see your movie because of who's in it. I used to go to Betty Davis's movies. I didn't give a shit what she did. It was Betty Davis I went to see. And Marcel is doing that. And Joe is writing it, and Sarah, of course, is acting it. Then they have their ensemble cast of players.
Right. So how did you come across? Like, how did you come about with all these people?
Well, actually, we when we cast them, I find someone on Instagram. I see the reels or what they do, and then we ask for audition tape, and that's how it usually goes. And yeah, we love to explore new people or have new people in the movie. But I mean, like this one, we got Ben back from Blind, or now Monique back, and Sarah back, and Adam back or Brandon for the Garden of Eden. So every time when we have something and we know, okay, we can trust those people, we know they're really good actors, and that's what we want at the end of the movie. We want a movie with good actors, and not any So that's what we believe in art, and acting is art, and it's very important for a movie. The actors bring the idea, my vision, whatever, to life, and so it is important, very important to have good actors who carry a movie.
Yes.
The thing you must never do is typecast, because the moment you typecast, people expect that performance from that character always. Plug for me, baby. I star in a movie, Yes, I Do, Darlings. I star in a movie playing a gay vampire. Why they thought I would qualify for that part, I have no idea. But anyway, it's called O Negative. We're shooting
Typo Negative.
Typo Negative. We're shooting it as soon as this strike is over. And I play a father to my daughter who's becoming a vampire. It is probably the most interesting script I have read since one of Joe's scripts. It's going to be, I think we're going someplace now in horror movies. We're leaving the traditional, you know who I'm talking about, 10 get killed in a row films. Who you portrayed in your movie. Why you didn't get sued by him, I'll never know.
I mean, by him, there's no him. It's everybody. It's a broad generalization.
Anyway.
Many people we've all met.
Absolutely. Many people we've all met.
I think horror films are leaving that stupid genre of unnecessary murder. Joe writes a story with murder and blood, and that's what I like about his work.
As opposed to just
and that's what I like.
Around.
Now I'm in Red River coming up, written by Ming Ballard. Ming Ballard wrote a beautiful script. It's a story, folks. It's a story.
That's one thing that you guys have as Neon Noir with Joe is that you write actual stories that actually make sense. As opposed to just killing people.
I'm interested in your movie. I sit there and I get a fucking story. I don't want to sit there and watch stupidity, one shit after another that I've seen 1,000 times.
So wait, I want to go back to, so do all of you guys, let's go around and say yes. So Brandon, do you like horror movies? Like before you're in
Oh god, yeah. This was like a dream come true to be in a horror movie. It's amazing.
Do you have a favorite horror movie?
I just saw Pearl. I don't know if y'all seen it yet. But
Yeah,
that's probably like one of my favorite horror movies right now.
All right, it's a movie. No, you don't see it.
Pearl? Wrong.
No, he doesn't watch it. I watch him, but he doesn't watch it.
It's
I'm
not
in-
bloody though. You love it.
I'm into movies, and people say, "Have you seen your film?" I say, "Oh."
Did you guys like X? I think it was called X, the one with they're gonna make the porn movie and then the crazy old lady. Did you guys like that?
I like
that.
that.
Done pretty well.
Yeah.
Which one?
I think it's called X.
X.
Yeah.
X. Yeah.
The one before Pearl.
Yeah.
So Monique, do you like horror movies? I know you've done several of them, but you also do like everything.
I do everything. I don't watch a lot of horror movies. I get scared. I'm one of those. I watch like this, and I'm like, I can't watch it. I'm a big wimp.
Do you have a horror movie that you like a go-to horror movie?
Wait. I don't want to lose that thought. You're afraid of them. Guess what? I can't watch them at night and go to bed. I dream about them. At 82 years old, I still dream about those stupid, horrible movies. That's why I don't like
keep me up at night. I'll worry about ghosts. I'll worry about supernatural things. I'll worry about kids. It's like, they scare me. So
Sarah was in.
I'm more of a fan of like the Scream series. I love a little comedy with my horror.
I
like this one. Like this one.
Sarah, I have.
Exactly.
Like Garden of Eden.
Yeah, Garden of Eden. I love comedy. I want to laugh all the time.
a science fiction movie out, and I haven't seen it yet. So,
Space Parts.
Yeah, I heard it's really good.
Yeah, I want to see it. It's just that Jimmy and I have a list of films to see you wouldn't believe. We watch 2 movies every single night. Just people that he works with, I work with, that we know. Every friggin' person I know is in the business. And they call me up, did you see my movie? I said, yeah.
We're going to watch it, though, Sarah. Let's
Sarah,
go.
it's on our list. I heard it was good.
Sarah Polidnak.
Yes.
Like horror movies.
I do. I didn't grow up watching them very much because I wasn't allowed to. But then as soon as I started being in them, I feel like I have this whole new appreciation for them.
I wasn't allowed to watch them either. I wasn't allowed, especially if kids got killed. So Halloween and Exorcist.
Yeah. I remember watching Saw by myself, in a room that was dark and not telling anyone about it. That was traumatic, but yeah. So I didn't really get to watch that many growing up, but now I have such an appreciation for them. I think some of my favorite horror movies are Suspiria, if you can call that horror, and Climax. That movie I think about once a week. That is the scariest shit I've
I've never seen that one.
You know
I don't
what?
even know what that one
I
is.
find it most disconcerting that now there's a new trend in film to kill a dog. I cannot watch it. I get crazy. I tell Jimmy, why are they doing this? This is not entertainment. I don't want to see a dog killed. I get crazy.
Yeah, I don't like to see the
Oh,
dog.
kill people all day long, but we absolutely
Right.
not.
Don't kill the dog.
Yeah, Marcel, please, never kill a dog.
Yeah, don't kill a dog.
I won't talk to you anymore.
No.
Don't
All
ever
right,
kill
going down. Let's actually start on the right. Robert Donovan. So you've done a ton of horror movies. Do you like horror movies? Doing horror? And what's your favorite horror movie?
I like doing them. They're a lot of fun to do, but I actually don't watch them. I'm more inclined to be a fan of the classic horror movies.
Hey, another one.
Frankenstein movies,
Oh, yeah.
the Dracula movies, the Wolfman movies, the Invisible Man.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Claude Rains.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh, we saw it.
Wonderful job.
No, I agree with that.
No, the old horror movies were horror movies. They weren't mass murder movies. There's a difference. I agree with you on that.
Did you guys? Let me go all the way around. Ben Kaplan, your turn. Do you actually like horror movies?
I do like horror movies. I would consider myself a fan. I love the genre of horror. It is, aside from the lazier ones of 10 people getting killed in a room, the aforementioned ones, I feel like it is the genre that continues to try things. It is always innovating and changing, which is,
That is true.
I think, what any film viewer would hope for, and it is the only genre that is still truly doing it, not just rebooting and sequeling, although there's plenty of reboots and sequels in horror. But they're trying stuff.
So, what's your favorite horror movie? Do you have a favorite?
I have quite a few favorites. I'm a big fan of pretty much anything John Carpenter has done. I love Halloween. I love They Live. I absolutely love The Thing. I love the whole Friday the 13th franchise. They're not all great, but they're all fun.
They're all fun. I love They Live.
Oh, They Live is so good. Best fight scene in cinema history.
And I was friends with
Roddy Piper and Keith David just beating the shit out of each other. Such a good fight scene.
It's also kind of like the way the world is now a little bit.
Absolutely. I've
it's art.
Hope they re-release that one in theaters.
Yeah, they really should do that. Art imitating
Now,
life.
I have a question for all of you.
Wait, we got to go to Adam.
No, wait.
Everybody's got to have a turn.
I know, but you see, you can't do that because it becomes boring.
No, it's not
You
boring.
do a little.
Adam, it's your turn.
I've been in the
Yeah, they want to know what he.
I'm in the
everybody
business.
else.
They'll wait. I'm in the business 65 years. I know how to do this.
Yeah, so do I.
A little bit of each. If you hop on one subject, everybody, nobody listens.
No, that's a
So you
rip.
have to fluctuate.
Go to Adam.
And
Get
you have
Adam.
to
You
have-
ask Adam then.
I'm asking all of you. Okay. If you have to die in a film, do you say, no, thank you, I won't do your film?
First of all, half of them have died.
Wait a minute. I mean, you're just one fucking control freak. Why I married the son of a bitch, I'll never know. I mean, why not?
Go, tell him.
You know, I could have married Rock Hudson. I turned him down.
Bro, I think a lot of them have been killed. I mean, not talking about That's a Wrap. Other films you've
No,
been in.
I'm saying, I know a lot of actors who say to me, I don't get killed in a film. They will not do the film if they're killed. You've heard this, Robert, haven't you? Robert, hello?
No.
You never heard that?
Never.
Oh, I have. Well, I can't think of one, but there's one right now I wish I could think about. Well, I just recently said something and said, oh, I won't do him. I think it was Sean Kanan. I think Sean Kanan said he won't get killed in a movie.
So has everybody been killed in a movie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Okay. They're all
Many
dead.
times.
They've all died. I know Sarah's died a bunch of times because I've seen it.
I died in one movie.
And I love it. All right, go back to you, Adam. All right. So do you like horror movies?
All right. I love them. I absolutely love them. I grew up reading a lot of Stephen King, actually. So I feel like I was introduced to horror through books, and then really the 90s wave of horror that came back with Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, the Texas Chainsaw reboot. I was immersed in all of that and fell in love with horror all over again as a young kid. Yeah, I love it.
And what's your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
Probably Scream. Easy answer, Scream.
Marcel, that's yours too, right?
Yeah.
It's so funny because I never really paid attention.
I mean, my favorite movie or my feel good movie is Scream, but I do have my favorite movie where I would say it's a masterpiece is Martyrs, but that's a movie I can't watch really often. You know,
I only watched it once and I got so freaked out I couldn't watch it again. Like, have you guys watched Martyrs? Joe probably loved that one. Joe, did you like Martyrs?
I liked Martyrs for what it was. It's very impactful, and it's a movie that after you watch it, it makes you think for days about what you just saw. It's not a rewatchable movie, but I mean, it was the Garden of Eden, which we mentioned earlier. That was in my mind in writing Garden of Eden. Was Martyrs meets Eyes Wide Shut meets American Horror Story.
I know, I love that.
You know, I would agree with Marcel. It's amazing what they did, and the worst thing you can do as a movie is make a movie that people watch and forget about. And that's a movie you really think about for days. It just toys with your head and fucks with your mind.
Yeah.
So
it makes sense Marcel's favorite.
So Marcel, I always see you posting all kinds of stuff about Scream. I never really paid that much attention to it. I've seen all the movies, and now lately, when the last one came out, I went back and watched every movie, including the last two, which I actually really liked the last two a lot. I thought they were really, really fun. As a matter of fact, I think I watched them like 3 times each because I just enjoyed them. But it was all your posts about Scream that made me think maybe I didn't give it a good shot. So I think Scream is a great franchise. And I thought maybe they were going to kill it. I don't like the fact that they didn't have Sydney, in the last one, but I still love the film. I thought it was fantastic, and that's all because of you, actually.
Oh, so they would pay me for all the marketing.
Yes.
Hang on, let me. I can't hear you talking.
Go ahead, Marcel. Finish that.
I think they did a great job with the new one. I know it sucks that she's not in it, and she is the franchise. but also it showed how good it can continue without her.
Yes,
it worked, and I do understand, and I totally on her side with getting this. She should get more money if that's the thing, because she is the franchise. That's I agree 100%. But the movie, they did such a good job with everyone else in it, so it could go on without her. And I'm sure they will get her back for part 7, but at the end, there was no reason for her to go to fucking New York when there's a killer.
No, that part's true. So Sarah French, you have to remember that when Pretty Boy, there's like 10 of them, and then they want to get rid of you, like, because they don't want to pay you enough money. You got to make sure they don't let that happen.
Well, we gotta just make sure Pretty Boy comes out this year so people can actually see it and we can promote it.
I would like to talk about Blind, because that's my favorite movie that Marcel has done thus far. My opinion. I read a review that I was fucking crazy and angry as all hell. They said the film stinks because it's too long intervals between killing. I thought to myself, you fucking stupid moron. I told her, Brooklyn style, nice.
Well, trust me, we got.
The beautiful part of Blind was anticipation, you idiots. Sarah French, brilliant, beyond brilliant. She didn't act. She didn't do a fucking thing but make me feel tired, just wanting to help her, wanting to warn her. He's behind the refrigerator. He's in your... Jimmy, fuck you. You're talking too much. And in real life, he never says horror. He's as boring as they come. Today he's got an erection for you. I don't know what's with
this. Is horror. This is my
area
of expertise.
What am I, Chuck Liver? Get out of here. Anyway, I'm talking about a film that I really love and care for, which brings me to Richard Grieco's performance in the Wild movie, Tommyknockers. Richard did what Sarah did, and nothing but stole the... Richard, did you see Tommyknockers when he played the cowboy? He didn't say a fucking word to the movie. He just sat there making faces. I hated him so much. When they killed him, I was so happy. Sarah French doesn't need to act, and that's what I tell her that all the time. The moment Sarah French starts acting, I'm not interested in her. Sarah does it natural. Sarah's performance in Blind was empathy. Empathy's the word. I had such empathy for her. I loved her character. That crazy son of a bitch that's living in her house.
Did everybody see Blind?
Frightening, frightening. Just think about it, folks. If you were blind and you had a lunatic in your house and you didn't know he was there. I thought the concept, the writing was brilliant, the directing was sensational, and of course Sarah's acting was Academy Award winning. And I'm not bullshitting you, I'm not throwing flowers at you. Because if the movie sucked, I tell you.
Yeah, well, and fun fact for those listening, that was the first film that Joe, Marcel, and I worked on, and that's actually where,
Joe wrote a movie. He wrote a real movie.
Actually, though,
I would watch it again and again.
You guys, Joe's been writing for like a long time, because I Googled you on it and found out all the shit that you've written and all the studios and all the different things that you've done. Like, you're an extremely accomplished, writer. And on your IMDb or someplace, it even has something like you got in trouble in grade school for like something that you wrote that they thought it was too creepy or something. They thought you needed help or something. I was like, holy shit.
I've spoken to Joe. He needs help.
But it was, I had to be a psychiatrist for 6 months because...
No, Joe,
yeah, I know, but that's like, look at how that has created like what you've done and what you've become. So I think that's like a super cool thing.
And if Sarah French's love for him is as great as we all know it is, he's got to be a pretty nice guy.
Absolutely. I know, absolutely.
He's a big teddy bear.
I know. You two really love each other. Let me give a little gossip. People are waiting. They don't want to hear Hollywood shit. How did you and Joe meet? How did you guys meet? What hooked you up?
Oh. You want to tell the story?
I killed her in her first movie.
No.
No, that's true.
You met her
in 2006.
What was the movie called?
Pajama Party Massacre.
It's a short film. Yeah.
And you wrote it?
Did you write it? Did you write it?
I did a rewrite of the script and I played the killer. It is what it is. It was made in Minnesota for no money, and I met Sarah on that, and she immediately fell in love with me. And
We became good friends, and we did a few other films together, and we didn't really get together till about 3 years later.
yeah, it was a couple years later where our friendship started changing, and it's an interesting thing because I've always dated women for their looks, and for once I thought I'd try personality, and it's worked out.
Look at how she wrote on their thing. So Marcel's thing has his name with director, and Ben has Carter, his name, and then Joe, Netter, and Sarah French, it says sluts of Satan.
I want an honest answer on this next question. When you saw Sarah, did you ever dream you get the most beautiful girl in the world?
When I saw her, no, it actually didn't cross my mind. I'm actually, as weird as I am, I'm very professional on set. So the set was very professional. I didn't even consider it as something to even explore. And then people laugh, and even she'll laugh when I say this. She made the first attempt at getting with me, and I turned her down because we were at an event and she'd been drinking, and I was like, no, this can't happen. Not drinking and everything. You need to be sober. And,
He loves telling this story.
and can't happen.
I want Monique to tell it. Monique's guy is one of the nicest people you ever want to meet. I so enjoyed being at Marcel's house or wherever, talking to your guy.
Say hello.
How did you two hook up?
He is wonderful, and I will tell him that you said hi.
Yes. He wants to know how you met him.
How did you hook up? I mean, you're not.
We met online. We met on a dating app.
But what made him?
I made the first move.
He had some balls to think he was going to get you.
Why?
I went after him.
She went after him.
You got to be kidding me.
I love him.
made the first move.
I think he's wonderful, but he's not he's an average guy, an ordinary looking guy. She's an extremely ordinary looking woman.
He is extremely hot. There is nothing average about him.
I agree with
I know
you.
the love I see with you two. It's terrific. You really have a good role.
All right, so
wait, Robert Donovan, how many times you married?
Once.
Oh, good. Still?
Well, I tell people, they ask me that, and sometimes I say I was married 6 times, and they look at me funny, and I go, oh, I'm sorry, I misspoke. She was schizophrenic, and it just seemed like 6 times.
There's a question I like to ask all the actors when they
Wait, I
come
want
on.
to ask Ben, single or married? What's your type?
I'm married. I got married in February.
Oh, congratulations!
She's a beauty, I bet, right?
Oh, she's stunning. Very good. And also incredibly smart.
Is she in the entertainment industry?
No, she's a doctor of physical therapy.
Oh, good for
Good
you.
for you. You're smart. And you, Adam.
Adam's married because he said.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Is your name Adam? I can't take him anymore.
Adam, tell us.
I'm going to run off with Brandon.
Yeah.
Adam, you're married.
Yeah, I'm married. This summer will be 4 years married, and my husband's name is also Adam.
Oh, you're a gay guy.
Oh, all right.
Oh, I've never met gay people.
Yeah, right. All right, Brandon, your turn.
Brandon, married, single, what's your type?
Single.
Single.
Say
Single.
older men that have a television show.
What?
Say your type is older men that have a television show.
Exactly. Just pay my bills and you can do whatever you want.
I love it. So, all right. So, I like to ask this question to everybody who comes
Wait,
on.
I want to ask Marcel.
Okay.
How many years are you married with Tom?
13.
13. And I want everyone out there to know that I know Dom, and I think he's one of the best people to know. He's a good guy. He's generous. He's honest. He's sweet. Wonderful host, and handsome as all hell. Also, I get this to get an erection from. He's an airline pilot. Every family's fantasy. Now, every faggot I know, they all say, "Oh, an airline pilot." Woo, woo, woo.
Well, I have to say that when I met him, he wasn't one.
Okay, he wasn't.
No.
Oh wow,
What
he wasn't a pilot when he met
He
him.
was just a street pickup.
Yeah, he was a whore on a train station. So I thought, well,
Pretty woman.
Sarah, married, single. How many hearts have you broken?
I am not married. I'm in a relationship, and yeah, that's all.
You know what?
That's all.
When you see him tonight, tell him he lucked out.
I will. I'll let him know.
He certainly lucked out.
Love it. You have such a pretty
Wait,
smile.
Is he cute? Is he handsome?
He's very handsome. Yes.
Does he have a lot of money? Does he
Yes.
have a lot of money?
You know, I don't know.
You don't
Is he
know.
in the business?
Wait a minute. You can't be my daughter. Wait a second. You're going out with somebody you don't know if he's got money?
No, he's doing great.
Remember one thing. A beautiful woman is like a rich man. Remember that. And a man wants a beautiful woman like you that have money. Do you hear that, Sarah? Sarah French?
No, wait a second. All right, this is what I like to
When
ask.
Joe becomes a multimillionaire,
Wait,
Sarah,
Sarah, not Sarah French. Are you? Is he in the entertainment industry?
Yes, he's a musician. He's a piano.
Oh, cool. That I like. All right.
so you all have nice lives.
Yes,
That's good.
I'm happy to hear it. So here's what I like to ask everybody when they come on. And it's a two-part question, and we'll go around the room. Bucket list, male and female actor you'd like to work with that you've never worked with before. And number two, you could have been in any movie that's ever been created, and they can be living or dead. And then any movie that's ever been created, if you could be in any movie, what movie would you have liked to have been in? And for Marcelo, I guess it'll be what movie would you like to have directed since he's not acting in them. And Joe, you could pick one that's written, or you could pick as an actor because you do both. But let's start with director Marcel and let him go first.
So, actor I want to work with would be Cher, and movie. I would say probably American Horror Story season.
Okay, and then male. Give us a male actor also.
Ron Russell.
Well, that's for sure. That's male. Oh, I don't even know.
You're not gonna fuck him. It's just for you to like to work with.
Oh well, in that case, no. I actually I don't. I don't know yet. I mean,
better.
Yeah, I stick with Cher.
Okay.
I put her a mustache on. That's fine.
All right, go better.
Cher is 80 years old. What the fuck are you gonna do?
She looks like 50. I don't care.
Banging her would be like banging
He
the
doesn't want to have sex with her. He just wants to work with her.
Oh, I thought he wanted to have sex with her.
No.
Because having sex with Cher is like screwing a bag of sawdust.
No, that's terrible. Joe Netter.
I know Cher. Say that. Cher knows
As far as
personality.
an actor, I would say Kurt Russell was somebody I would want to work with.
Mine.
And movie-wise, my dream writing gig would be a Friday the 13th movie. I would absolutely love to do one of those. That's my favorite series. I'm just happy doing anything. I like working in the industry. I like creating, and I like creating with people that are talented and have a good vibe, because our company is very much about working with people that we vibe with as well. We want our sets to be fun and decent. And I would say maybe female Jenna Jameson.
Hey, first of all, did all you guys have fun making That's a Wrap? Because you guys are all in it, and he said he wants to.
Yeah.
And everybody had a
we all had fun.
Yeah.
Good.
So much fun.
Good. Sarah French, your turn.
I love Sigourney Weaver. I would love to work with her.
Sigourney Weaver.
And I also love Kurt Russell. He stole mine. He's like one of my favorites. Movie-wise, if I could work in anything or TV shows, I would love to work on, I would say the Child's Play TV series would be amazing, because that's what got me into horror was watching the original Child's Play.
Oh, I love that. All right, Sarah, number 2, Polidnak.
Okay. My favorite TV show probably ever is 30 Rock, so I've got to pick Tina Fey for female. And growing up, I had a huge crush on Joseph Gordon-Levitt, so I'll go him, male. And then the other question was, what would be? Was that the other question?
Yes.
Chicago.
Oh, really? Do you sing? I know you dance. Do you also sing?
I do.
Oh, that's awesome.
I dance more, but
okay. I love it. All right, Monique.
that movie like shaped my entire being as a
I think that's terrific. Monique, you're up.
What was that?
Oh,
You're up.
I would love to work with Meryl Streep. She's amazing.
Yes.
The Queen. I would love to work with Billy Crudup because I think he's incredibly intense.
Yes.
And I would love to work on a big costume drama. I'd love to work on something like The Serpent Queen or like Bridgerton. Something like just I've never done a historical drama, and I think that it would be just a delight.
Have you seen that HBO series? Now I forgot the name of it. It's set in New York City in the the Gilded Age.
No, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it, but
you would like it. It's very good.
It's intelligent.
Yeah, it looks wonderful.
You would like that. All right, Brandon, you're up.
Oh,
Oh, that's how I think about it.
I know. It's so bad. Okay. Female wise, I would like to work with like someone like Zendaya. She's like very popular right now, and I think that'd be fun, especially on like Euphoria. I want to do something like very dramatic and real, just to like branch out and show something. Male, Dan Levy. I loved Schitt's Creek, and a comedy like that. I would lose my mind to be on that set with him.
Yes, it's a very good show. We enjoyed it a lot.
Ah, so good.
We liked it a lot. All right, Adam, you're up.
I would say Diane Keaton. I just adore her. I don't know. I always have. But when you just said Schitt's Creek, Catherine O'Hara, I would love to work with her. And I would say and I would say Robert De Niro would be awesome to work with, or Tom Hanks. Those are two of my favorite actors.
Because you kind of, I don't know if you guys watch Tulsa King. Tulsa King's in it, but you look like you would be a character on Tulsa King with Sylvester Stallone. I could totally see you like in a role on that show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from Jersey, so you know, I have that East Coast. But I once auditioned to play a young Robert De Niro. I never got it, but that would have been awesome. And movie-wise, ever since I saw Jurassic Park when I was in 4th grade, it was like a dream of mine to be a part of that franchise. So if I could be a part of a epic movie like a Jurassic Park, that's what I would want to do.
I love that. All right, Ben, you're up.
This is definitely answers that will later I'll be like, I don't know about that. But I mean, except for Adam just saying Catherine O'Hara. That's an addendum to what I was gonna say. I would love to work with Catherine O'Hara. But I would love to work with Paul Rudd. I just think he's great in everything he does.
Paul Rudd.
Oh, Paul Rudd.
Yeah, he's great. Especially This Is 40 or whatever. This Is 40. That was a hilarious movie.
Oh, so good. Also a terrifying movie.
Yes.
But then for some reason, my gut's just like Susan Sarandon. I think she's great. I think she's great in everything she's in.
Susan Sarandon?
Yeah, I love her.
I might be working with her soon.
No shit. That's pretty fucking cool.
And in a good part. Very good part.
All right, Robert Donovan, you're up.
Living actor I'd like to work with would be Tom Hardy. Dead would be Spencer Tracy.
Tom Hardy, that would be a pick for me.
Dead would be well, I just said his name and it just left me. Spencer Tracy.
Oh yes.
Actresses, I would have liked to work with Myrna Loy, and I think that living, I'd have to say Meryl Streep, and the movie I'd want to be in would be The Great Escape.
I don't know if I saw The Great Escape.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Okay. I love it. I think it's terrific. So do you guys?
And I never do this, but if I had a choice of who I would love to be in a movie with, it would be my buddy, Jane Russell. I'm so sorry. I've asked Jane, come on, Jane, let's do a movie together. And she'd say to me, no. I said, why? She said, I can't remember lines, Ron. I said, wear a plug like I do. They feed me my line. So she said, no. But I'm so sorry that I don't have Jane and I on film. I have us on television, interview stuff. So I just had to plug Jane because I promised her, as long as I'm alive, I'll keep her name alive.
I would totally pick Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
And
yeah, but if I made a movie with Charlize Theron, I'd have to divorce you.
Why?
Because I'm so in love with her.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody that works with Charlize doesn't fall in love with her is crazy.
I think
she's probably
fantastic.
she's as beautiful.
All right, so
the two Sarahs.
So you guys, the name of the film is called That's a Wrap. You guys, we have all these fabulous people. It's Neon Noir's very first feature film. They're gonna have another feature film coming out called Garden of Eden that they just shot. Several of these people are in.
And folks, I don't lie. I hate liars. I tell the truth. I love this film. I don't love it. I like this film a lot. I love the people in it. Watch it. Go see it. And also for all of you out there, Jimmy and I do this for the show. The fighting, the cursing, and the yelling. We're really very much in love. And we get along beautifully, as you guys know, off camera.
Yes.
So I just didn't want you to think that I'm some mean beast. Yeah, fucking.
It's just something that we do. It helps with the billion downloads.
You know what?
And,
so many people say, we love it when you fight. It's a sick world out there, They love blood. They love to see eyeballs popping out and blood coming out of their head. And they love to see fight. So Jimmy and I, every week, we start a fight. And I get some fan mail. They say, how could you be so mean, Jimmy, so sweet? I say, it's called acting. Folks, it's called acting.
So real quick, why don't you guys all go around, tell us what your social media is if you have it, if you want people to follow you. Just tell us what your social media is. And
Brandon, stop calling me. You're getting nowhere.
Marcel, go. Tell everybody. Marcel, what's your social media?
Yeah, the best way is probably on Instagram. I'm not really on Facebook anymore, but yeah, Instagram, Marcel Waltz official, and yeah, that's it. I share all the stuff there, and yeah.
All right, Joe and
Wait,
Sarah.
Marcel, let's get together. I haven't seen you guys since that party.
Absolutely.
Come out
Let's do it. Let's have another party.
No, come out to the desert. It's going to be nice this weekend. 26.
Joe and Sarah.
And Sarah, of course, you're part of the gangbang.
Go, tell us what your social media is.
You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Sarah French Online. Joe, Facebook, Instagram as well, but he's not on as much.
Oh, Joe, before we go, how's your back, Joe? Any better?
The little procedure I had, the trial worked pretty well. So I'm just waiting now for the full implant.
I'm glad.
It was better. I'm walking. I have to use my cane, but I'm walking.
It's good for you.
Yeah, that's a forward step.
All right, Sarah. Everybody wants to follow Sarah because she poses great. You have great content. Tells everybody how do they find you.
Thank you. Come find me on Instagram. It's just my first on the side. First and last name, Sarah Paletnak. That's me.
There's only one.
Wait, Sarah.
Only one.
What's your boyfriend's last name?
Stang.
Oh, actually, now you're going to be Sarah Stang.
I know. I'm holding out for that.
Monique, I'm holding out for that. Monique, you're up. Monique,
I am. What? This one. I am at Monique Parent. I'm completely backwards. I'm at Monique Parent on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. I'm Monique Parent YT.
Are you still doing your YouTube show?
I'm still doing my YouTube show.
It's a fabulous show. She gets millions of plays. Check her out on her YouTube channel. All right, Brandon.
And I'm looking forward to seeing you again soon, Monique.
I'm looking forward to seeing you as well.
Go ahead, Brandon. You're up.
And tell everyone, support independent cinema.
Yes.
You can find me on Instagram. My name right here, and then my phone number is 352. Just kidding.
All right, Adam, what's up?
Adam Bucci 5, number 5, and my art company Small Town Weirdo is on Instagram as well. It's the shirt that Brandon wears in the movie. So if people like the movie and the shirt, they
Oh,
could follow
John,
my.
you're Italian, right, Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I'm Italian. Mucci.
All right, Ben, who are you on Instagram?
I'm at the Ben Kaplan on all social media: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, OnlyFans. It's the Ben Kaplan.
Nobody caught it. I caught it. All right, Robert Donovan. I don't think you're on Instagram, are you?
No, I don't take pictures of my food, so they won't let me on.
I take pictures of his food. That's all my.
I have a surrogate photographer. Facebook, Robert Donovan.
There we go.
That's it.
Next time I see you, I want to know what you live. Not really, but I just want you to feel good.
You're stupid.
I said, next time I see you, I want an autograph. I really don't want it. I just want you to feel good.
I appreciate it.
It was a joke.
That was lame.
You know, nobody understands. I did
That
stand
was great.
Listen, I did stand-up comedy for 64 fucking years in nightclubs throughout the United States. And I had audiences that used to know how to laugh. If I ever went on the stage today, they'd say, get him off. He's boring. Because our jokes, you had to think about.
All right, so let's go back because we're out of time. This is Lax and Rap, you guys. August 25th, right? August 25th is when it's coming out. Please support everybody on the show and all their other individual endeavors.
I want to thank all of you for giving me such a good time with your wonderful movie.
Thank you.
So congratulations to all of you. We wish you all the best in every event and everything that you do. And we look forward to the movie coming out, and we'll watch it again.
Give me a kiss.
All right, you guys. Thanks, everybody. We love you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, real quick, guys. Then coming up next, we're gonna before we leave, you guys. I have a movie. It's on Tubi called Purgatorium. It's a very low budget but a really good film. Check it out, and we're gonna everybody before we leave, so people will go to Tubi and watch it. But it's called Purgatorium. I produced it, and you guys will like it for a low budget film. It's better than all
He
the shit
also
we see.
has another movie coming out with that blonde woman. I forgot the name of the movie.
Anyway.
You're that blonde.
Anyway. All right, you guys, thanks so much for coming on, you guys. And here's our trailer for Purgatorium. Everybody check it out on Tubi TV.
Woo!
So what is this double?
I'm stuck in here.
Who put you up to this?
No one did, sir.
I gave it to you in writing, Bart. In black and white.
I really don't want to hurt you, man.
Then don't. Evil is with us.
A wise man once said, life is like a stream.
If you're doing and you're not doing,
It does not stop.
stay up there!
The funny thing about streams, though, once it's off course, you can never change it back.
It's like a Purgatorium. It's like being in purgatory. Anyway, you guys, that's Purgatorium. The name of the film is Purgatorium. It's available for free on Tubi. Anybody who's got Tubi TV, it's also like on all the other major places, but you can stream it for free on Tubi. And if you want to buy a copy, it's at like Walmart and Barnes & Noble and stores like that. So check it out because it's really cool. And and they said in the chat room, they said they liked it. So we had a great time with everybody. We want to thank Marcel Walsh, Joe Natter, Sarah French, Monique Parent, Robert Donovan, Sarah Polidnak, Brandon Patricio, Ben Kaplan, and Adam Bucci for all coming on the show to promote That's a Wrap. It's going to be a lot of fun. Next week, we're going to have Manny Cabo from The Voice on, and we're going to have I forgot her name. Isn't that terrible? We'll talk for a minute because we got 3 minutes. From Back to the Future, we have
What's her name?
From Back to the Future, we
I
have
forgot her name too. Oh, what is her name?
Claudia Wells from Back to the Future coming on the show along with Manny Cabo, who Ron and I met actually at the Soho Johnny event during 9/11 event a few years ago in New York City. He was one of the main performers, and he's a really cool guy, so I think it'll be a lot of fun. And we have 4 minutes, so.
Oh, 4 minutes?
Yes.
Wow. What do we do with 4 minutes?
We say hi to everybody. B. Claudia is in the chat room, which we didn't really get to say, and so is Hub Reynolds. So hey, Hub, how you doing?
Hub, how's the new house?
Dawn is in that chat room.
Hub Reynolds has a new house.
Yes. Oh, yes.
You know, we just did 2 hours, and it went by in a minute.
Did it go fast?
Yeah. Well, you know, we were with people we know and care for. I don't lie, and I don't like to be Hollywood and everybody's wonderful, darling. That bullshit, I hate that. Like, we must do lunch. Go frig yourself. When they talk like that, I could throw up. Jane Russell felt the same way I did. If you said to Jane Russell, let's do lunch, she would look at you and say, yeah, and walk away. But those people that we spoke to today, those actors, each and every one of them were just kind, nice people. Of course, as you could tell, Sarah and Joe and Marcel are very close to us. And I'm happy to be able to say good things about their movie. How horrible would it be if their movie was not good? And you know me, I won't lie. I won't say it's good if it's not, because that makes me look like a jerk. So I'm happy that I say their movie. I really don't like the blood, folks, but you know, people like it. I don't see the point in the blood. You can kill. Years ago, in the old days, somebody got shot in a movie, you never saw blood. They got stabbed, you never saw blood, because they wouldn't allow it. It was against the code to show blood.
Marcel, though, is really
very talented.
You guys know that I'm a horror movie aficionado. I've seen every horror movie. I know all of them. I'm personal friends with many of the stars of all the movies. And Marcel is the up and coming, the next big deal. Yeah, he will be like a John Carpenter. You'll talk about him like you talk about a Wes Craven or a John Carpenter or you know, somebody of that iconic status. His films are all really, really good. If you want to see any of the other ones, some of his other films, obviously Blind, which Ron and I both love. The sequel to Blind is called Pretty Boy. I didn't know it's not out yet. It'll be coming out at the end of the year. I like
Pretty Boy too.
And then we have Blood Feast, Rootwood, both all really good movies. And their new film is called Garden of Eden that they just finished. And that'll be a while, probably a little bit before that one is actually ready. But a lot of the same people that were in this film, That's a Wrap are there. And That's a Wrap, again, comes out on August 25th. So it's going to be a lot of fun. That's a Wrap is really, really got some really hilarious, gory scenes. You know, yes, it is got some blood in it. So if you don't like blood, you won't like it. But if you're a real horror aficionado, you will probably really enjoy the movie a lot because it's really, really good.
But like I said on the show, Marcel, Joe writes a story. Thank God, that saves me from just sitting there watching blood fly all over. So he has the smarts to know that a story is important. You just don't kill people for the sake of killing people. People are killed because obviously there's a crazy maniac out there that's doing the killing. But that maniac has to have a personality, a story, and a character. And Joe writes that.
And we're out of time, so we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Yep.
Thanks, chat room.
And again, we don't fight. We just have fun.
All right, you guys. Have a great night. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Can turn out to be so wrong. Yeah, we in the mix. Yeah, we in the mix. It's another episode. Here we go. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Interviewing the hottest, newest, and truest of today's celebrities. Make sure to subscribe so you can get notified weekly. Jimmy Star, he's the king of cool. Ron Russell, he's a gorgeous dude. Chat room is live and you would be a fool not to vibe with us at the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Come watch it live on W4CY Radio. Miss some past episodes? Download on iTunes. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. It's the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell.